Legal or illegal, baby, I gotta
I never took a straight path nowhere. Life's full of twists and turns, bumps and bruises. I live, I learn.
Ladies and gentlemen, you already know who it is. It is your boy Lewis. Welcome back to the Lewis Basketball Network, and I am back once again with another one, with another banger, with yet another video. So, this topic is about Kyrie Irving and the Boston Celtics. What are they to do? You know, what is the reason that they failed? Here's the thing. Remember when Terry Rozier went on ESPN and I had made a video basically about what Terry Rozier, the mistake that he made was going on TV to ESPN? The issue is I don't have a problem with Terry Rozier showing his frustration and how upset he was because he wasn't getting like the playing time or he wasn't getting the touches. That's not my issue, okay? He has a right to be upset. I understand that. The issue that I had was he went on ESPN to open his mouth. Basically what that tells you is if I'm an organization, if things don't go right, Terry Rozier is going to go on TV and try to expose you as an organization and try to expose players. Like I said, I'm not mad at him for being upset and being honest. His mistake was going on national TV. That kind of stuff you keep indoors, man. If things don't work out, then they don't work out. Understandable. But now it's basically he's a tattletale. That's what Terry Rozier is. And the networks are going to love it because it's like if he comes on the show, he's going to give you the scoop. He's going to play it off as saying like, oh, well, you know, as like, some of these guys and Kyrie and Gordon Hayward, I wasn't getting the amount of touches and, I sacrificed all this. And he really couldn't even explain himself because it's like you already put your dirt out there. You put your laundry bag out there. So your dirty laundry, it's now out there. So now everybody knows. So they're like, well, Terry Rozier, he didn't get along with Kyrie and Gordon Hayward and was upset that they were getting more playing time than them. I'm going to say this again, ladies and gentlemen. I got on Terry Rozier because he really did make himself look like a fool on ESPN. But that's not to mean that I don't agree with what he's saying. It's just he went to Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman, two idiotic simps who think that they know anything about basketball, and they just leech onto any narrative that they want. They're a bunch of leeches. That's what the media are. They're leeches. Leeches of the night. That's what they are. But Gordon Hayward, I've said about Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving thought he was going to pull off a LeBron James. He thought that he had garnered enough accolades to earn that respect. And it's like, Kyrie, dude, you were out with a knee injury that needed to remove the screws in the knee because it was probably going to get an infection. So if we remember that correctly, Kyrie Irving, you need to remember something, that the Boston Celtics went to the Eastern Conference Finals without you. They moved the ball better without you. But let's be very clear, ladies and gentlemen. The Celtics are not going to win no damn championship without Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving's problem is he chose to be a poor leader. He chose to be passive aggressive and chose the LeBron James route. And that's why a lot of teammates don't like him and honestly want him out. Because if you remember the success that Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Terry Rozier had, they're going to want more touches because now they're going to believe that they're these great players that really don't know their role. And then they're going to expect a lot. And like I said, Terry Rozier, he's a very good player. Do I think that he's a starting point guard in this league? He's going to have to prove it, man. And in order for him to get the money that he thinks that he's available to get paid, he has to prove it. And he's known to be inconsistent, okay? He's very streaky, Terry Rozier. If he can string consistency, then I could point at him and say, okay, Terry Rozier can show that he's a starting point guard. He's going to have to evolve his game in order for me to say that Terry Rozier can be a starting point guard in this league. Because if he doesn't do it, then it's like all that talk was for what? That's my thing. But Kyrie Irving showed poor leadership, and then he did anything he could. In one part, I understand it with the young guys. But at the same time, you went about it the wrong way. You attacked them through the media, my friend. You did a LeBron James. You think any of these guys are going to like you after what you just said after that? And what happened with Jason Tatum? Was really feeling himself, and what happened? He was more quiet this year than ever. Part of it was Kyrie Irving, and part of it was him too. But then Gordon Hayward. This one really hurts because Gordon Hayward, this is Danny Ainge's fault. You know why? Because Danny Ainge was in the ear of Brad Stevens and told him, you need to play Gordon Hayward. Because remember, Danny Ainge was the one that signed Gordon Hayward to that big contract. And I think in one sense, Brad Stevens really did not want to play him right away. But remember, him and Hayward and Brad Stevens, they're boys. He went to Butler. Remember that. Gordon Hayward's from Butler. And Danny Ainge was trying to kind of raise up his stock value. Because come on, man. Danny Ainge low-key wanted to trade Gordon Hayward because he knew that Gordon Hayward wasn't the type of player to be on the Boston Celtics. Gordon Hayward is a good player. I remember Stephen A. going out and saying that Gordon Hayward is a big-time player. That's a stretch. He's a very good player. Made one All-Star team, but no, he's not this big-time player as you're making it out to be. I mean, if you look at the Boston Celtics, honestly, this is a good team. Like, the media have been doing all of this, acting like some of these guys are like transcendent players. And it's like Al Horford is a good power forward. He's like a 13 to 14 and 10 guy, but it's like he's not a guy that screams and wows at you. He's a serviceable big. That's what he is. Marcus Morris is a solid stretch forward, but it's like, you're not going to get it every single night. Like I said, Gordon Hayward is a good all-star player, but he's not some crazy superstar player that people are making him out to be, or a perennial all-star. Like, this is just a team that was pretty much put together, that has the ability to show very good cohesion. But let's be real, man. For those who are saying that, the Celtics are better without Kyrie Irving, listen, this is kind of like comparing what the Golden State Warriors with Kevin Durant in a sense, because think about it. With Steph Curry, they move the ball better in Steph's system. With Kevin Durant, they become damn near unbeatable, and it's like you add another element. You have a go-to player that has the ability to get a basket at any time you need it, even though they tend to get stagnant on the offense at times. Remember, the Celtics, you could talk about how the ball moves and all this, they still struggle to score regardless, ladies and gentlemen. They get into scoring droughts. So to sit here and just say that, Kyrie Irving without them, listen, Danny Ainge, Brad Stevens' inability to be able to control these egos. See, that's another thing that the Boston Celtics, that's what they need. They need a coach that's able to handle egos. And Brad Stevens was not going to be able to handle it. To me, he's not a guy that can handle egos. He's a very good X's and O's guy, but to me, he needs to be on an ego-less team. Or if he's going to have an ego, its ego is going to have to be from his best player. But then even then, so if he can't get his best player to channel his ego, it's going to be a problem for the rest of the team. And that's why I said that Kyrie Irving showed that he was not a leader this season. Does he have a chance to mature and grow? Yeah, but let's face it. If he used to go back and join LeBron James, he's going to be looked at as a hypocrite. And he's going to say, well, you wanted to leave him, but you couldn't be able to lead the team with everybody back? Yeah, that says a lot about you, Kyrie. And then you're already going to hear a lot of LeBron's fans are going to say, this is why you were nothing without LeBron James, man. Did you win anything before LeBron James arrived? No, you didn't win anything, right? And a little bit of fairness to Kyrie. Kyrie, we don't know what he was going to be if he had a good roster. Well, look, he had his opportunity with Boston, and he kind of failed. He failed. He failed. Does he have time to grow? Absolutely. Absolutely. No doubt about it. But I think, and like I said, Kyrie did not want to be there. And I said that many videos ago, ladies and gentlemen. He does not give a damn about the city of Boston. He would have gave a damn if the Boston Celtics were winning. But because they had so much turmoil this season, he was already on the way out. Because remember, the Boston Celtics were not his premier destination. And at one point, ladies and gentlemen, he did say, Brad Stevens is such a great coach and a phenomenal coach and is a better coach than Tyronn Lue. Then at some point in the season when the Celtics were losing, he felt very different about Brad Stevens. Even at times, even got into arguments. And remember when the Celtics were on a losing streak? Look, Marcus Morris got into it with, I think it was with Marcus Smart. And then you had the issue with Kyrie getting on Gordon Hayward on a last-second play in a regular season game where Kyrie didn't even get the ball back. And, there's been issues with Rozier, with Jaylen Brown, and this and that. And Jaylen Brown still doesn't show that he's got a jump shot. He really needs to work on that. Jason Tatum was really good last year, especially in the playoffs, and then kind of disappeared a little bit. You kind of, not totally disappeared, but you really didn't hear from him as much. With Kyrie Irving, like I said, he had the chance. It's funny because Kyrie has had his most efficient years with the Boston Celtics. The problem is when it's time to show his leadership during adversity, he's gone about his leadership in the wrong way, and he shows me that he's not a leader that way. So, and he has to still, again, learn how to manage the game, how to learn how to play with the flow of the game. He needs to learn how to slow down the game. He needs to become a better playmaker and galvanize his teammates and get them involved. That's his biggest challenge. I think Kyrie's so focused on scoring and trying to be the guy to lead the team that he's going about it the wrong way, that nobody's really touching the basketball. So when you look at this Boston Celtic team, it's a very good team that's put together. Now, we said that they could possibly get out of the East because of their elite defense and because of the Eastern Conference. But right now, they have a lot of question marks right now. And like I said, to me, Danny Ainge is the reason why Gordon Hayward was getting all those minutes. I said he should have came off the bench from the start of the season. And what I'm just saying for the young guys is that they just try to be, again, their egos went up after the success without Kyrie Irving. And and Gordon Hayward, that was the key. But I'm saying it's a combination of things. Kyrie's poor leadership, Kyrie throwing his teams under the bus in interviews with the media, Brad Stevens not being able to channel egos, the young guys thinking that they're legit and they're like the it thing already, and Gordon Hayward not only getting that contract, but starting when he should have been coming off the bench. And when Brad Stevens kind of realized that, it was kind of too late. So Gordon Hayward got better treatment. Now, the crazy part is, are you going to try to say that Gordon Hayward's treatment was kind of privileged? Because if you look at it, Gordon Hayward's making more money, arguably the most money on the team, with the exception of Al Horford. On top of that, he got to start right away, honestly, when he should have come off the bench, off those other guys. So we got to think about that too. No disrespect to Gordon Hayward. But with the Celtics season, it was just a totality of things, man, with them. So I know people are going to pick on one thing, but like I said, I said before that the young guys should have took a backseat and all this, but I said it was a combination of all that. But Gordon Hayward, like I said, man, and Danny Ainge, like I said, he deserves a lot of blame. You're the one who signed him to that deal, and you were in Brad Stevens' ear to try to have him play when he clearly wasn't ready. You could tell he has shaken confidence. He doesn't look confident. He has shaken confidence, and you try to do that to him, and look what happened. He wasn't really that productive. He had his moments, but they were very small. So, and I just don't know what this team is going to look like next year and what they're going to do. So we're going to have to find out. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Lewis with another one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about the Boston Celtics situation, and what do you think that they should do now? So should Kyrie try to come back, or do you not want him on the team, and do you feel like they should go after somebody else, or do you think that they can go after? But let me know what you guys think as always. Bless up. One love. Peace. Thanks for watching. DJ, you already know the drill, man. Run that outro.
On my count, I'm an undercover liar. I lie under the covers. Look a bitch in the eyes and tell her, baby, I love you. You're my inspiration. You're my motivation.